February means many things to many people, but for some, it's the start of barbecue competition season for the Florida Barbecue Association, an event coming up that's a finger-licking good time. And all the details are just around the corner right here on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio, men that need no introduction. They come and see me once a year, and I come and see them at least once a year. But joining me in studio is Curtis Reddick. Curtis is the area director for the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also joining us is Kevin Ward. He's the chairman of Smoke on the Water and Award Designs. Welcome back to the show, Kevin.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you having us.
And last but not least, Hank Longo of Sports Central fame and on the board for Smoke on the Water and kind of the marketing guru. Welcome to the show.
Delighted to be here. Another great time here on PGTV. To
yeah,
talk
a little
about
different.
Smoke on the Water.
Normally you're asking the questions.
Yeah, normally I'm sitting behind the desk on Sports Central getting to interview everybody. And now you get to interview me and find out what a fun guy I am when you're interviewing me.
I already know. Well, guys, welcome to the show. I'm going to start off with you, Curtis. Talk to us, for those that might not know, what exactly is the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County?
Well, the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County is a big transformation. Back in March of this past year, 2019, we merged with the Boys and Girls Club of Lakeland and Mulberry, and we're transformed into the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County now. And our biggest transformation is we're looking to change the whole kid. We're looking to change not just the kid, but their family. Generational transformation is one of our big pushes now, so that we can not just help our kids a little bit, we're trying to help them, the whole child, all the way.
And you have some outstanding success stories. Not only do you have athletes that played in high school and college, you've also got a pro athlete, young lady playing in the WNBA, came from Winter Haven itself, right?
Yes, sir. She's done phenomenal things since being in high school, coming from the Boys and Girls Club. We actually have a couple of other great athletes, also with Tracy McGrady, Andre Berto. One of our newest young men is Keyshawn Bryant, who's playing at South Carolina right now, and expected to do some really great, awesome things. So, you know, it's watching those kids grow up and knowing that we've had some positive effect on their lives and the transition of where they're going in life.
As we heard in the opening, talk about the importance of giving them a safe place to be and nurturing them and giving them a well-rounded education and the chance to learn from adults and play with kids.
Well, our job number one is keeping kids safe. You can never underscore of having kids in a safe environment every day, especially after school. As you know, and everyone knows, that hours between 3 and 6, kids are more likely to get in trouble. So, you know, we take pride in keeping them safe first. One of the things that we've created in our organization so far this year is we've done a better job of helping the schools educate our kids by giving them an opportunity to get more tutoring, get more help with teachers, to provide a better experience at our clubs, and to help move the needle education-wise.
Well, one of the lifebloods of nonprofits is fundraising, and you guys have a guy over here that's been a part of something for the last, it's going on 16 years.
Yes.
And in the pre-interview, you were like, 10 and we're done. 15 and we're out. And here we are, number 16.
Number 16,
Kevin,
yes.
talk to me a little bit about Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, well, it started 16 years ago with a group of guys that wanted to raise some money for the Boys and Girls Club. And they decided on the name Smoke on the Water, and they decided on a barbecue event out in the backyard behind the Boys and Girls Club. And 16 years later, we're still doing it. It's one of the premier events in Polk County. Most people have been to it. It's a music festival. It's a barbecue contest. There's food. There's a water ski show. There's a lot to do, and it's an absolute blast.
Let's talk a little bit about the different divisions as far as barbecue goes. What do the folks have to look forward to?
Well, they have brisket, chicken, ribs, and pork, pulled pork. Those are the 4 categories that they compete. There's pro teams, there's backyard teams. Backyard teams are typically your guy that, you know, likes to cook in the backyard, thinks he's pretty good and wants to see how really good he is. And then you have pro teams that come from all over the country. And we're a qualifier for a couple of different events, Jack Daniels, the World Food event, so they have to go through us to keep going on. It's just, and the food is awesome because these guys are really good, and they vend. We'll have between 20 and 30 vendors this year, so there's going to be plenty of food.
Let's talk about the events. What's the date scheduled? And let's talk about, there's a Friday night event and then there's a Saturday event. Both are can't miss events. How do folks get tickets? What's it going to cost? What are the times?
Okay, so the gates open this year 5 o'clock on Friday. Previously it was 6. We've decided to let people come in at 5 this year because in the past we've had some lines. $10 Friday night. Gets in. There's going to be 2 bands that night. They're going to have Kitchen Killers is going to be the first band that starts, I think, at 6, Hank, is that right? And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to have fireworks. After 9, the main event's going to be on. It's the Black Honkies.
The Black Honkies.
And they're going to
they're
play.
out of St. Pete.
Yeah, so these are big-time bands. And the barbecue teams are going to start vending at 6. So if you come, you can eat dinner on Friday night. Saturday morning, the gates open at 10 o'clock. People will start coming in. We'll have we have a whole band lineup. I think Hank's got that on.
We'll get with
on
Hank
the sheet there.
Yeah, we'll get with
and the contest starts in the morning with the first turn-in time probably around 11 o'clock. Now we've changed it up this year, and some of the teams are a little concerned because we've reorganized the turn-in so that it's going to be a much more difficult contest than in the past. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how that turns out. And then after the music all day, we have 2 ski shows during the day, and then around 5 o'clock we'll have the award ceremony. So it's an all-day event.
It's a signature event for the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County. Talk about what it takes to put on an event of this magnitude, not only from your staff, but you know, we've got a brand new executive director with you guys, and
we do, and he's
Steve,
awesome.
Yeah, Steve
he's
comes
doing a great
in
job.
and does a great job. Talk to me a little bit about what it takes to put this on.
Well, I put down some notes a few years ago because I was just thinking about, you know, I was telling my brother about this event and what all goes on, but we've got 70 barbecue teams, 8 bands, hundreds of volunteers, 15 tents, 80 porta-johns, 120 judges, 49 trophies, 60 kegs of beer, 4 beer trailers, 30 water skiers, 400 people for the sponsor dinner, which is Friday night, 4 sheriff's deputies, 2 in boats, 30 to 40 cadets parking cars, 8 to 10 Winter Haven police officers. So, I mean, there's a lot that goes into this.
I feel like a partridge in a pear tree should come next.
You took my line. You took my line.
We actually have a bank that's inside that you know, with real tellers that take care of all this as it's, you know, happening. So it's quite an event. It takes a lot to put it on.
Well, Hank, one of the things that Kevin said, it's a music festival, and I'm telling you, I've been doing this for many years. Sometimes you've hosted programs for me and everything, and the music lineup is incredible. Talk about what it takes to get together these groups, and talk a little bit about who's going to be featured this year.
Well, this is a special year this year because over the last years we've had a lot of the same bands coming back. And this year we were able to partner up. Well, we always have Eric Michaels and Mike Lee that are our MCs at the event to introduce the bands and to promote the event, you know, there live. Well, this year Eric Michaels joined in with us to get us all new bands. So we have a whole new lineup.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be phenomenal. And here they are coming at you. Of course, we said on Friday night we've got the Kitchen Killers, and then the Black Honkies. And then on Saturday, we start with the Kitchen Killers, and then Bully for You, the Justin Grimes Band, and then the Rusty Wright Band, which is out of this world. So I mean, they're going to get some phenomenal music, and it's, you know, just a great day of eating and drinking beer and listening to some good old rock and roll.
And the coolest thing about it, you always manage to bring back the Cypress Garden water skiers. You've got ties to that. Talk about the importance of them putting on a show, you know, within the community that they once used to be a part of, and still carrying that flag.
Well, you know, it's really, it's neat because we are the water ski capital of the world, and the Cypress Gardens ski team developed from former Cypress Garden skiers that, you know, were the best in the world, and they've put together an amazing club, and to have them there to be a signature act in this event, the people love it because they don't always get to see them perform, although they do every third Saturday of the month at the Lake Silver in Winter Haven.
But the night show is awesome.
The night show is awesome, and you got Mark Boissard, which is one of the baddest men in the world when it comes to flying a kite, and he'll be flying in the dark and coming in, and it's just fantastic. They put on a phenomenal show, and the people love it, and they just pack the shoreline to watch them do this every year, and so they're a major contributor, and you know, like Kevin said, there's a lot of skiers that have to get managed in this whole thing, and of course the neighbors next door are gracious enough to let us use their dock and a staging area per se for the skiers to hang out, and the community once again steps up to the plate. And I think that's a really important thing to mention that we really haven't talked about as much as the community gets behind this event and all the support we get from the sponsors and, like you said, the volunteers that we have, and that's how I got involved. I saw Kevin's one of my dearest friends, and you know, I'm coming there and you and I are doing our TV show there, and in lieu of that I'm seeing all my buddies busting their tail to put on this event. And when you're behind the scenes and see everything that goes on to make this happen, I mean, they start planning. Never stops. You get done with the event and you're already thinking about what you have to get together for next year. But
well, Curtis, Kevin, Hank, I appreciate you guys coming in. Always a signature event and a blast to attend, and looking forward to this year's event.
We're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Make sure you check out Smoke on the Water, the annual barbecue competition held at the Boys and Girls Club in Winter Haven, scheduled for Friday, February 7th at 5 p.m. and Saturday the 8th at 10 a.m. Smoke on the Water is the biggest fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club of Polk County. The event is a sanctioned barbecue competition by the Florida Barbecue Association, along with a music festival Friday and all-day Saturday. More than 80 teams from across the country will compete for the Florida State Grand Champion title. Unique entertainment includes a music festival, an aerial flyover, an award for the best chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket, and more than 80 teams from across the country. They will compete for the Florida State Grand Champion title. Admission is $10 for Friday night and $2 for Saturday. If you need more information, you can give them a call at 863-967-1532 or look them up on the web at bgcpolk.org.